Let's talk about sports, baby. From the stands of a sports fan, my man Pots and Pans, what's the deal? You kicking it with KCMC? Appreciate you. Sports. That's what we about to talk about. First and foremost, we got to get into our first topic, man. Biggest topic of the day, pause, from ESPN.com. Dame Lillard officially going back to Portland, bro. 9-time NBA All-Star Damian Lillard agreed to a 3-year, $42 million contract to return to the Portland Trail Blazers, sources told ESPN on Thursday. Lillard's deal includes a player option in 27-28 and a no-trade clause. Very important. Only few players get that. Lillard joins the Los Angeles Lakers. LeBron James is the only player in NBA with a true no-trade clause in their contracts. Bradley Beal had one before coming to a buyout agreement with the Phoenix Suns just earlier this week, which we'll talk about as well, I believe. Lillard and the Trailblazers both deeply cared about the reunion in recent weeks, with multiple meetings among the Portland franchise icon, general manager Joe Cronin, and head coach Chauncey Billups to bond together and move forward united on a new deal, sources say. The Milwaukee Bucks waived Lillard, who's 35 years old, earlier this month and stretched the remaining $113 million on his contract to sign free agent center Miles Turner from the Indianapolis Pacers. Dame time! You see that right there, right? Dame time. Back in Portland. Let me get my initial reactions to this. At first, it's conflicting. First, I'm like, bro, why you waste time leaving if you just gonna go back? You left for 2 years. And you come right back? For what? That's just like an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend who breaks up with you. Go test the waters and be like, I don't like that. You want to get back together? That's what this is to me. But I also gotta realize, and I gotta say this. I kind of respect it. Because not only does it seem like he wants to retire with Portland, excuse me, but once again, like the girlfriend or boyfriend that breaks up with somebody and then wants to come back after they found out the streets ain't for them, he says, I don't want to end my legacy getting traded from team to team, bouncing around. Let me go back to the place I know my jersey can get retired. That's what I respect. Let me go back to the house that I already started building. That's what I respect. Let me continue to work to bring this franchise their first or most recent championship in franchise history. That's what I respect. When you want to just end your career bouncing around to all different teams, it is what it is. Now, we have legends who've done that. Shaq, T-Mac, Allen Iverson, just to name a few. Spent their last couple years in their season, in their careers, last couple seasons in their career, bouncing around on a bunch of different teams. I respect Dame for doing this. Because it says something about your career when we see that you ended up in a Phoenix jersey, a Brooklyn Nets jersey, a Orlando Magic jersey, a Memphis Grizzlies jersey, like a Detroit Pistons jersey. Bro, I ain't even gonna lie, as a Pistons fan, if you ain't get drafted by the Pistons or just get traded, and that's your first trade ever, your career probably on the end of this run if you got traded to my Pistons. So, for him to avoid all of that confusion and say, let me go back to the team and a franchise in the house that I built. If I'm going to go out before I'm 30, before I'm 40, let me go back to the place where I know my jersey going to be retired. There's no question at this point that Dame Lillard's jersey should be retired right there in Portland. Especially now that he's coming back at 35. So I think this is a great move. I just want to, just in case they haven't missed, I think this is a great move. Now, I do want to also state this, objectively speaking. Non-biased, right? Perspective. I love Chauncey Billups. Brought my Pistons a championship in 2004 against the Lakers. A star-studded, loaded Lakers, by the way. But I also want to say that I don't know how much I trust Chauncey Billups as a head coach. Now, I respect the Portland Trail Blazers for giving him the time and not just fire him after 1 or 2 seasons. Giving him the time to grow as a coach. Develop the players. I respect that. But what will he do with Dame Lillard? If I'm not mistaken, he might have been coach at least 1 year when Dame was there right before he left, if I'm not mistaken. But whether that was true or not, what are you going to do with Dame Lillard now? What are you going to do with him, Chauncey? So I'm hoping Portland can do something and be competitive. It might be hard for them to do it in this first year that he's coming back because he has to get reacclimated with the squad. They have a system already. But give it next year. I got Portland going to the second round. I got Portland going at least to the second round. Dame Lillard going to do it. And then if he would have stayed there and commanded other players to come there and forced the franchise's hand like Giannis did, he probably could have got a championship by now. Maybe I'm just speaking crazy, but let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show, 313-466-4386. Couple more topics we're going to burn through real quick. If you got some time for your boy. Now, this is an interesting story. RASHEE Rice, whatever his name is. Let me read this article real quick. RASHEE Rice, this is coming from ESPN.com as well. Kansas City Chiefs star wide receiver RASHEE Rice was sentenced to 30 days in jail and 5 years probation on Thursday for his role in a multi-car crash last year. According to a release by the Dallas County District Attorney's Office, Rice pleaded guilty in district court to 2 third-degree felony charges: collision involving serious bodily injury and racing on a highway causing serious bodily injury. The Dallas District Court judge ruled that Rice can serve the jail time at any point during the 5-year probationary period. Rice received deferred education, sources told ESPN's Adam Scheffler, so the case will be dismissed if he completes the probation. Before his plea agreement, Rice also paid over $115,000 in restitution to the victims of the March 2024 crash for their medical expenses, according to the district attorney's office. Police said Rice was traveling 119 miles per hour in a Lamborghini sport utility vehicle, basically a Lamborghini truck, shortly before the May 30th, 2024 crash in Dallas. $115,000. You did this? Mr. NFL player? Which I'm sure probably has millions of dollars. If not at least $1 million, you pay $115,000? Listen, dog. And not only do I need my medical bills paid for, I'm going to need you to pay for all the time that I was not at work. I'm going to need you to pay for that workers' comp. I'm going to need money for my pain and suffering. Emotional damage as well. Because I used to love the Chiefs. Now I don't with the Chiefs no more. Because of you, RASHEE Rice. Now listen, some people may say this is an attack on a black man talking to another black man. Hell no, this ain't it. I'm speaking from a non-biased perspective. Non-biased point of view. If it was my mama, my sister, my brother, my son who you hit in that crash, bruh, I'm gonna want your head chopped off. I'm not gonna lie. Think about it. What if this NFL player, let's say you even a fan, let's say you love the Chiefs, and this player driving 115 miles per hour in their Lamborghini truck hit your mama? What would you want? Are you cool with him only serving 30 days in jail? Only 30 days in jail. And then if he completes the probation in 5 years, the case never happened. Gets tossed out. I don't agree with that. And I'm saying that from the perspective of, bruh, you not about to be wilding out in your fancy ass truck just because you want to air it out, and then you hit my family. being reckless. Hell no. You're going to pay for that in a lot of different ways. Now, here's one thing I do want to say. If I ever had a Lamborghini truck, I'm going to want to air that bitch out too. But here's the thing. If you going to air out a fast-ass car that you decided to buy, you got to take the consequences if you're going to crash that bitch, bro. You got to take all the... Now, it seems like he is taking consequences. He paid $150 in restitution, going to serve the time. I think he said he pled guilty. He's taking accountability. I'm not mad at that. I think the judge in the system is taking it easy on him. Only 115, bro. The restitution should be at like 500,000 at this point. I'm just saying, bro. Other than that, what is the restitution doing? So, 30 days in jail, $115 restitution, 5 years probation. That's all you get? I don't know, big dog. Had you hit my peoples, I'm going to want you under the jail for life. I don't think I want to see you on that field. I don't want to see you on that field, fam. That's just me personally. I don't care if my mama heals after that. My brother, my family member heals after that. Bruh, I don't want to see you on no football field. Driving reckless? Come on, bro. You have full control of that. You caused that. But let me know what you think. 30 days in jail, 5 years probation. Is that fair for RASHEE Rice? For a multi-car crash that actually caused serious bodily damage and injury? Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments. Call into the show 313-466-4386. Got another topic to flow through real quick if you got a little bit of time for me. You see this young lady behind me? Her name is Monet Davis. Monet Davis. Coming from ESPN.com as well. Shout out to ESPN. Monet Davis is not done playing baseball. The former Little League phenom, who at 13 became the first girl to pitch a victory and a shutout in the Little League World Series, will be one of more than 600 players to try out for the Women's Professional Basketball League set to launch next year. Davis, who is 24 years old, you can see behind me real quick, 24 years old, will join other women's baseball stars such as Kelsey Whitmore, the first woman to sign a professional contract with the MLB Partner League, at the Tryouts, which will be held in Washington, D.C. from August 22nd through the 25th of 2025. Davis will try out as pitcher, as well as at second base, shortstop, and center field, per the league. Her decision was first reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer. The WPBL, I'm assuming Women's Professional Baseball League, is aiming to launch in the summer of 2026 with 6 teams and will be the first U.S. pro league for women since the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League depicted in the classic film A League of Their Own, in case you're familiar with that movie. It dissolved in 1954. Next month's tryouts will determine if 150 players who will be selected for the league's inaugural draft in October, of 2025. Davis rose to stardom, came swiftly in 2014 when she delivered 70-mile-per-hour fastballs for Philadelphia's Tanny Youth Baseball Association during that year's Little League Baseball. Man, first and foremost, shout out to professional women's baseball. I got to give it up for that. I love that we're seeing an abundance more of women's professional sports. I love that we're seeing people invest in it. I love that we're seeing women athletes interested in it. And now we get to see a young black woman, American woman at that, try out to be a pitcher after she gained notoriety for being in the Little League World Series. I love this. I think we need to see more black men in the MLB, more significant, prominent black men, American black men. But this is a start, even in women's league. Who knows? She gets a good rival. We could see a good Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese in the professional baseball realm. Now, the thing about this is not softball like we usually see women playing. This is baseball. You see that baseball in her hand? She has an actual baseball. That's what we have not seen. So the first women's pro baseball league. Monet Davis, a significant player. I love to see it. All of my support. But the question is, do we need a women's professional baseball league? And will you watch it? Would you watch a women's professional baseball league? Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. Couple more topics we gonna float through. And when I say float through, we gonna get up out of here for real. Because I want to get up out of here. All right, so you see the title below. We waiting for the, there we go. There we go. Manny Pacquiao versus Mario Barrios. If I'm even saying the name right. This is boxing, man. Manny Pacquiao, 62-8-2 versus Mario Barrios, 29-2-1. Pacquiao is 46. Barrios is 30. Mario Barrios will look to defend his WBC welterweight championship when he battles former champion Manny Pacquiao in a 12-round bout. This will be happening on Saturday, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Just more than an hour from now. It'll be tomorrow, which is Saturday the 19th. The main Pacquiao versus Barrios fight card is set for approximately 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, from MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Barrios began his professional boxing career in 2013, went on to win his first 26 matches. In 32 career fights, he's 29-2-1. Registered 18 knockouts, 11 wins by decision. His only loss came within a 1-year span when he was knocked out by Gervonta Davis, June 26, 2021, and lost a unanimous decision to Keith Thurman, February 5th, 2022. Pacquiao began his professional boxing career in 1995 at the age of 15, defeating Edmund Eating Ignacio by unanimous decision. He went on to win his first 11 bouts before being knocked out by Rustico Torrecampo on February 9th, 1996. He's going on to register 62 wins with 8 losses and 2 draws. He has 39 wins by knockout and 23 by decision. Talking about Manny Pacquiao right here. 46 years old versus 30-year-old. These fights with a big age difference, always interesting to me. We got the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Potential Layla Ali versus Clarissa Shields. Now we got Pacquiao versus Barrios, a real actual sanctioned fight if I'm not mistaken. The thing about this is, I actually mess with Pacquiao. But when you're going to get somebody 16 years younger than you who got fisticuffs, you basically ask for your ass to get beat. I would love to see an older person beat a younger person's ass in the ring, but I think it's highly unlikely. Hey, give me 1 second. We'll be right back. Ghetto stuff. Excuse my mess. Sorry about that. All right, so listen. Pacquiao versus Barrios. My prediction. I'm still going to run with Pacquiao, fam. I'm running with Pacquiao, man. I'm actually... Damn. I want to predict a knockout in the 9th round. I don't know. I want it to be Pacquiao knocking out Barrios. but I wouldn't be surprised if Barrios knocked out Pacquiao. But I'm predicting a 9th round knockout. That's what I think. Let me know what you think. Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. Man, couple more and we got to get up out of here. I'm burning, fam. I ain't going to lie to you. All right, so other boxing matches happening very, very soon. Actually, tomorrow, as a matter of fact. Make this transition. Alexander Usyk, 23-0 versus Daniel Dubois, 22-2. This is their second fight. Saturday, July 19th, Wembley Stadium in the UK. It is 14 months since Alexander Usyk became the first undisputed heavyweight world champion since Lennox Lewis. He can repeat the feat with victory over Briton Daniel Dubois at Wembley on Saturday. Usyk claimed all 4 major titles with a win over Tyson Fury by unanimous decision. Before, Dubois won the IBF interim title with a stoppage against Filip Hrgović in last June 2024. This was upgraded to full status after Usyk relinquished the title to focus on other fights before Dubois retained the belt with an explosive 5th round knockout against Anthony Joshua in September of 2024. Now Usyk and Dubois meet for the second time with controversy from their first bout in 2023 still lingering. Dubois believed he knocked down the Ukrainian legally, but his punch was deemed a low blow before Usyk went on to secure a 9th round stoppage. So Usyk won the first one. Excuse me, right here. The white boy, right here, Ukrainian. But Dubois said, hey man, my punch, my knockdown should have counted. Now this is your chance to get your rematch, if it is that way. Now it says stoppage in 9th round. Maybe you was getting your ass kicked in the 9th round, Dubois. Maybe you was, that they had to stop it, but we'll see. Overall, I would love to either see this fight or watch the highlights and see the results of it. But overall, let me say this. From what I know, I don't think I've seen Alexander Usyk fight, but he knocked down Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury, now I ain't gonna say knocked down. I think he knocked him out. Did he knock him out? I can't remember. But he beat Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is a hard pill to swallow, pause. So I'm gonna be honest, I got Alexander Usyk. That boy got hands. Heavyweight, undefeated. Ain't nobody talking about him. Ain't nobody talking about him. I think he said he got 2 more fights and he's retiring. Like, come on, man. Show the boy respect. Alexander Usyk versus Dubois. I got Alexander Usyk. I love to see a knockout, but I see it possibly going a distance. But let me see a knockout anyway. 22-2, anything can happen. 23-0 versus 22-2. This is going to be a very good fight. I believe it's on the zone, by the way. If you're watching it, let me know. Other than that, let me know your predictions right now. 313-466-4386. Last topic, last thing we're going to talk about before we get up out of here, if you don't mind, Canelo Alvarez versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Excuse me. Alvarez is 62-2-2 with 39 knockouts. Terrence Crawford 41-0 with 31 knockouts. September 13th on Netflix, by the way. I get to watch this for the free for as a Netflix subscriber. Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Crawford clash in a mega fight for boxing's unified super middleweight crown live from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. I already told you I got Bud. It's the black guy, by the way, just in case you didn't know that. I got Bud Crawford. But I like Canelo. I think I either watched or bought his fight when he fought against Floyd Mayweather. He obviously lost, Mayweather being undefeated, but he put up a good fight. So I actually like Canelo. Once again, this is one of them fights where I actually like both fighters. But if I had to choose, I'm going to choose the black man. Hold on. Look at this. Anyway, I got Terrence Bud Crawford in this fight against Canelo. September 13th, live on Netflix. What is your prediction? Go off in the live chat in the comments or call into the show 313-466-4386. Appreciate you for kicking on KCMC. We just had to hop on here real quick just to keep up with all the sports and the news is going on right now. Thank you again. If you got this far in the video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button as well. Just to show your cuz a little bit of love, man. Appreciate it. Hopefully we can check in again in the next couple of days, day or two, over the weekend. But all depends on what's going on in sports. Right now, WNBA All-Star Weekend going on. I don't know if we're going to watch it. Caitlin Clark ain't playing. We'll see. Other than that, appreciate you for showing love, kicking it with KCMC from the stands of a sports fan. We talk about sports from up in the stadiums, the stairs. But, hey, other than that, appreciate you. We up out of here.